Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, yeah, we're just doing diplomacy wars. Yeah, that's actually just it. Yeah, I don't know what anyone will say about that, but yeah, let me just pull up chat. Wait, just kind of down. Screen. Check everything. Um, okay. Hello, we're doing diplomacy wars. That's cool, I guess. Okay. I'm gonna pull up chat, and I think I am going to choose Nord. I'm kidding. What's a goat nation? Vietnam's not. um, East African. No. I want to be South Africa. Yeah, cool stuff. And I bet the first person is going to choose Norway besides me. Just a guess though. Geo. Oh my gosh, it's laggy for real, for real. Um, Everyone choose the nation. Blah blah blah. All the diplomacy wars. Nice. Let's start out with. I'm gonna be Rome. Okay, get changing it up. You are okay. You're gonna get okay. There we go. Oh, never mind. I'm just pick the Dutch. Okay. Hmm. Let's start in. Wait a minute. What happened to the islands? Oh my gosh, that's so dumb. We don't even have feet. Okay. I think I'm gonna start the first war out inside of Caspia. I picked the Dutch. Cool. We're doing diplomacy wars. Everyone chooses a nation. Blah blah blah. I mean, everyone's done diplomacy wars, so yeah. My earlier stream today, oh my gosh. I mean, I just got a VPN, so yeah, I kind of need that now. I put mine to Switzerland. Yeah, cool. This nation. We'll take out this weird nation. I don't like it. It's gross. Um, what? Or, well, this is a new nation. I cannot care less. Everyone can do stuff, and I think I'm gonna do my thing now. Well, I kind of want to invade a weak nation. Alliances don't exist currently, so you can do whatever. This nation needs to be the most powerful in Africa. Germany's partitioned by me, Rome, Norway. Okay. Rome's economy's bad, so they're actually not going to take part in the partition. And so let's see the German partition. You are going to get everything up to about here, but your economy's still kind of trash. So you're not going to take too much. Next is Norway, or not Norway, Denmark. Their economy's got a bit better. So they're going to take about this, which is a sizable chunk. Poland, I don't think they could take anything. Maybe Bohemia could take some. Yeah. Bye. Okay, okay. Yeah, Czech or Bohemia would grow, probably becoming Saxony, maybe? Or Saxony, Bohemia. Um, Danzig, I guess, would get a good amount in like these coastal regions. And now this is kind of northern Poland, I guess. It's probably Polska, please. Okay, you can be Poland. Yeah, Poland's cool. And the rest of this area is, well, we can give some to Poland. Oh, fudge. Yep. With the new regulations and stuff, you need a VPN. I'm pretty sure Switzerland is not going to do it, so I'd recommend using the Switzerland VPNs, and this is going to be what's left of Germany. Okay. I need Polska. Polska's so cool. Um, I don't think I know how to type. You can be, Obsidian. Okay. You are Polska. Or you are Poland. Oh, wow. I never knew Poland was really big. Thought it was a bit weaker. And now we're actually going to start to see the Rome collapse. Hey guys, welcome back. In today's stream, we're going to be looking at a scenario where we will do diplomacy wars. If you guys could please like and subscribe, it would really help out a ton as we are on our road to 1.5k. And in the last episode, we saw me yapping about the new VOAI feature. And yeah, so let's get into the scenario. And we're actually going to start to see the collapse of Rome here, as Rome's government is very unstable, and yeah, it's not good. It really isn't. I invade the Swiss. The Swiss, cool. Um, and yeah, it's going to be really quick for your invasion of the Swiss. You're going to enter in troops. They're going to fold basically immediately. And yeah, I take the other blue country near Poland / Austria and Czechia. You can't take it, but you could do a war, I guess. But first, we have to get into the partition of the worst nation in Wixo history, aka Rome. Rome is way too powerful currently, and its economy is dead. It's straight in the gutter. And so, yeah, this is what's going to happen with Slovenia gaining their independence. And yeah, okay, let's get to that first before we continue. Now, well, Poland is pretty strong after the war, but they still have a communist regime, making them kind of isolated from the rest of the world currently. But a invasion will still pass through the government or the dictator, whichever one, and troops will start to enter in. I take a lot of it. You take a lot of what? Oh, right. Maybe. As their troops will start to go into the capital area, they will surrender. And let's look at the treaty. In the treaty, oh, no. Okay. I also, yeah. In the treaty, we will see Czechia be basically destroyed as it's now a buffer state, basically. With its people not really there, I guess. They're this in little strip of land. And with the continued collapse of Rome, we are going to continue to see the new Dutch Republic starting to turn into a dictatorship, as they're going to start to take pre-World War II lands, and this is not sitting right with the rest of the world, but they will decide to refrain from action currently, as it is too risky in this post-war world. Hashtag WixoRomeTrash. Could not agree more. But, well, here, remember the South German nation? Yeah, no, it was like a puppet of Russia, but it was also kind of a puppet of the Dutch for a while and stuff. Yeah, and now with this unconnected land here, it's going to be what a Wixo nation used to be like. There used to be a Wixo nation here. And well, we're going to continue to see more territories. I'm not dictator, I'm democrat. You're a democracy. Okay. Well, here's okay. It's it's kind of hard to say this when you are continuously going to war, but sure, we can count you as a democracy currently. I make my country a democracy, but it is very flawed. Yep, that's realistic enough. And we are actually going to see the independence of, if you remember from early Wixo, this light blue nation. Yeah, but it was mainly in Africa, but now it's in Italy. Yeah, but it's not going to take Sardinia yet, as we're finally going to see the return of the most loved Wixo nation in history. It is, well, the Italian Union. Everyone loved the Italian Union. I hope this is the right color. Boom, yeah, that is. And this is reminding me of early. The purple team will still survive in the Adriatic Sea with these islands, Rome, Elba, and Sardinia. And well, let's how about we go over to um here. Brazil. Remember them? No, not really. Or I remember them, but yeah, here we're actually going to see the collapse of them. They're way too big and they're not strong enough. But they are strong, but they are pretty unstable in a world where people hate fascists. And so we're going to see Ecuador gaining independence. Next, we're actually going to see Grand Colombia gaining independence. If you don't remember, they're pretty. I don't know if they were too strong, but yeah. We see them gaining independence. And what's left of Brazil is still want to be independent. How about we go back here into the Dutch? The new Dutch Empire, or the Neo-Dutch Empire, is going to continue the partition of Germany. Germany's weak, unstable, and it's very, very flawed. Its government is probably almost an anarchy, and so we're going to continue to see it collapse. And now Poland, finally, they're going to gain some land out of this. But Poland's getting unstable. Poland is really big and has a lot of different in their nation currently. And then Norway. Norway is going to sell most of their land beside colony over to Danzig, and they're going to continue to grow it out to about this, and boom, bam, and what? And I don't know. Um, Bohemia somehow is going to be able to annex more land, but it's unstable. I don't know why it's keep on getting redacted. Yeah, finally, this is going to happen. And lastly, Germany is fully going to be partitioned, and bam, we now see the return of the Great Dutch Republic. A new goal. Okay, opposite of Cydia. Um, oh, hey Strawberry, can we be allies? The democratic government reforms. I don't know. There we see the continued growth of the Dutch, as well. Remember, or Denmark here. Their people are divided. Ultranationalism has almost been completely stomped out of Europe. Well, or has actually been completely out of Europe. But well, the movement isn't dead. As we start to see ultranationalism become popular inside of Denmark, but also an opposing faction. It's not communism, it is anarchy. Anarchy is starting to become popular across the world, and many governments have to suppress their people to stop the anarchist government from winning the election. In a very, very narrow landslide, or not landslide, in a very slim margin, we're going to see the new anarchist republic. But a good amount are still ultranationalists. And this is where we're going to start to see the ultranationalists, or new ultranationalist nations start to pop up. It's in the south, about here, where it was most common, as they will declare their independence from the anarchist, Denmark. But then the old, or a democratic government, I invade a weird brown Moldovan thing. What? Oh yeah, that. I'm almost done. But what's left of the old government is now this pinkish, reddish nation. And yeah, we're seeing our first fully anarchist nation. And let's get back into our invasions, because no one likes non-player activities. Okay, let's get back to them. As we are now starting to see the newly unstable government of Poland stretching out their borders a lot, as this nation here is too weak to function independently. Is it weird? And after a bit, it's just going to fully surrender, as it's, well, a very weak nation. But now, after this, Poland has overstepped its boundaries, and an old nation is now on their eyes. And Ukraine. Okay. But before this will start, we will see the invasion of the great nation of Crimea. Poland is going to continue their strategy of invading. They're going to take a few ports along here as they're starting to go to the capital. Give me a second. I can't do everything at once. As it's going to continue here, we're going to see them make a peace deal, which will stop this from getting out of hand. And the peace deal, it's a bit weird, as Crimea is now kind of a crippled nation, maybe people could say, with it losing to the Poland nation, and with it, I don't want to, I don't, I don't want all, but I do want the North. Okay, but now with this Polska nation, it's unstable, but it's now the strongest nation in Europe, just behind the Dutch, as the Dutch are going to continue to invade its neighbors. It's going to invade its old ally of Green France. They're going to start their invasion relatively quickly. Yes, you said invade Ukraine. This is the former Union. This is Russia. This is Crimea. This is St. Petersburg. This is Estonia. Yeah, see? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry though. It's fine. You're fine currently. Yeah. We're going to continue to see Dutch troops storm in as the Green French government is in chaos, as they did not expect an invasion from their ally. After the North will fall in a record of 4 weeks, a treaty will be discussed, taking the north of the nation. Now we are actually going to see Dutch nationalism start to rise. Not ultranationalism, just Dutch nationalism in general. The people aren't worried. The governments of the world are not currently worried, as they feel like it may help the Dutch. I'm now an oligarchy. Okay. The Dutch oligarchy is now wealth spreading. But, well, something else is about to happen. And this is the United Kingdom of Eastern Europe. The United Kingdom of Eastern Europe wants independence, or wants to be reformed. It's been hundreds of years, probably around 300 since it last existed, and we're going to see it start to rise up. But somehow, someway, what's left of Poland is going to keep itself together. I think he meant Ukraine joined against Moldova. Ukraine joined against. I don't know. Honestly, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I asked Dutch to stop. Okay. Now we're seeing tensions. Okay, I'm actually on the right time now. But, well, we're going to take a break from Europe and go into Korea. Korea is going to send someone into space. But yeah, they're going to send someone into space. And they're going to land on the moon. This was unknown, as they had a little known space program which was really, really important actually. As the news gets broadcasted to the world, Korea is now being treated as a major power, as we're going to start to see their economy start to rise. And soon this communist nation will join Korea, and later was this other nation here, forming the Neo-Korean dynasty. Korea is once again or is no longer struggling, and is having increased nationalism across the nation, as they are very proud of their achievement of being the first person to send someone to the moon. I'm trying to. Okay, it's fine. Alright. Now we will see the Dutch or the Farmer's Onion oligarch decide to invade Slovenia. The invasion of Slovenia will start. Troops from the Farmer Onion will start to invade, but they will actually kind of stop for a second, as Slovenia is going to be able to hold their ground. Danzig is going to be the second nation to experience what I'm going to call the anarchist movement. So will Denmark, like I stated, as anarchy and nationalism is spreading, and this weird new party is taking hold in almost every nation. It hasn't won a majority a lot, but it is winning some provinces. It is anarchy. Anarchy is literally on the rise again, as this nation cannot be considered a nation state. It is considered an anarchist state. You are not invading Slovenia. Not Slovenia, yeah. As we are going to see two more nations convert to anarchy. And the first nation that I guess will convert to anarchy is going to be Nigeria, but also a major nation. It's been brewing for a very long time, but somehow India will become an anarchist nation. As now, it is chaos across the world. The largest nation can't be considered a nation. It is now just a group of anarchists. As soon the idea of anarchy is spreading across the world, and maybe that civilization maybe should start over. But in the rise of anarchy, a nation must form. A nation must help. My latest election is oh my god. Of course you're going your own pass. But a new civilization is going to start in India. It's weird. It's barely recognized. It can barely even be considered a nation state. It's basically a warlord's house. And with the new fascist being elected inside of the Dutch, we are actually going to see Denmark ask the Dutch to unify into the ultra-nationalist world order. But with the anarchist movements across the world, we are actually going to see our next nation convert into an anarchy. And that is the world's second largest nation, China. Somehow, China is going to convert into an anarchy. A nation must be lime. That nation must be lime, okay? But, well, in the ashes of this unstable world are anti-anarchy. But, well, with this new anarchist world order, maybe, anti-anarchist blocks start to form. As the Dutch are going to start to, well, heavily promote anti-anarchist ideals. But, well, the Dutch. Let's see what every nation around them thinks of them, hates them, hates them, hates them, hates them, hates them, likes them. No, non nation. Hates them, hates them. All of Europe hates them, basically. Except for ultra nationalist Denmark. Okay, I bring my alliance, but now across the world, Europe, the world hates the Dutch. And well, the Dutch is going to start to be very paranoid. Well, let's get back into our anarchist updates. Yeah, remember Brazil kind of had a mini collapse? Well, guess what they are now? They're an anarchist. But the Brazilian government will survive on this island, or these islands, as they're barely populated. As, yeah, anarchy, yeah, it's a thing now, I guess. It's unpopular, but it's a thing. Or, yeah, we're mainly starting to see anarchist movements in left-wing nations. In Italy and Swiss. Okay. But finally, the world decides the Dutch shall be no more. As the entire world, or all of Europe, except for Rome, the Farmers' Union, Crimea, and them, are going to take place in the jumping of the Dutch. They are going to be the only nation that allies with the Dutch for some reason. Wonder why. And well, finally, the Dutch jumping's going to happen. With many nations, who I have not said, are also going to join in. As we're going to see it with the Italian Union starting to send troops inside of this little panhandle. with their Mediterranean Sea coast. They're going to be able to stop it and start to send reinforcements. As these reinforcements move down, and their navy will start to go into the Mediterranean Sea. Since fashion was very unpopular, France, Swiss, and Italy, and Slovenia. I have a reason for. Well, people don't like it. I mean, I wonder why. But we are going to start to see troops from the great nation of Ireland start to go into Calais. This was unexpected, as the Dutch still feels like they could win the war for obvious reasons. And yeah, the world is now in shambles, as even France is going to start to join. As French uprisings across the nation are going to start here, and all the land they recently took are basically going to be like, yeah, no, we want to be French. As we're continuously going to see, yeah, I invade the Dutch. I go democratic. It's kind of a bit too late for that. As well, your nation's cooked. We are also going to start to see small pockets of your population to start to go anarchist. Like across here, small towns are becoming anarchist, but the majority of your major population, which is around here, is still very, 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 very anti-anarchist. But in your outer reaches, they're not. Inner ally of southern Denmark is going to betray you, as they realize they're cooked. And yeah, as they you actually had them occupying a bit of your land, so you could focus on other fronts. Fascism in Europe is going down once more. Oh fudge! Undo that. Oh my gosh, it's laggy, laggy, laggy. I unsubscribe. What? You can't just unsub. Okay, whatever. Um, yeah, I'm sorry, bro. I don't think people like fascism very much. After we're going to see the Irish start to, well, invade, we're actually going to see the Dutch surrender, as they are going to still be occupied for a bit, but in the outer reaches, a civil war, or a very minor civil war, is going to start, with Dutch anarchists starting to spread up. But with what's left of the Dutch military, this is where we're going to see anarchy lose for the first time, or mostly lose. As well, finally, we will see them be annihilated. And in the treaty, it's not bad really for the Dutch. Their government will become a democracy. France will get back its sold lands, and the Irish just get war reparations. The Dutch are broke, but they've survived. They've survived, and they're fine currently. The Dutch have now restrictions, anti-anarchist ideologies. Um, but yeah, finally, we will see the end of the Dutch fascists. A new monarchy is going to be put in place. And that's good. A anti-fascist coalition has been made. Any other fascist nations that are left are all going to become not fascist. Besides Orange Liberia, Red Australia, and that's it. Oh yeah, in the Sudan nation. Yeah, we did. As we